I then decide to take a detour to do some paralogs in this Maddening Engage Ironman, and I start with Tiki's paralog, which can grant any character the ability to turn into a dragon, something that your Divine Dragon main character cannot do. This map features a large number of ice weapons that have high stats, deal penetrating damage, and can also freeze your units. Fortunately, they are vulnerable to bows, so I forge and engrave some steel bows to aid in defeating them. The enemies on this map are normally not very aggressive, but there are large reinforcement waves from the south, so to maximize my safety I decide to spawn camp them. With my forged steel bows, I am able to one-shot the wyverns and clear the first wave very cleanly without taking much damage. But I realize that clearing the waves cleanly is not efficient. Instead, it is more ideal to take as much damage as possible to maximize the XP that Saline gets from healing with great sacrifice, since it grants XP for every character healed. So instead of using my strong forged bows that I made specifically for this map, I instead use weaker weapons so I can take more damage. I grind through all the reinforcements and gain a ton of XP in doing so, both from kills and healing. With the reinforcements exhausted, I then carefully clear the remaining enemies. I activate the switches and warp to the lake and back to get the silver card. The door to Tiki's chambers unlocked, and she immediately grants one of her ice wyverns a revival stone and becomes aggressive. I try to one-shot this beefed up wyvern, but I am exactly 1 damage off, since apparently this wyvern has just a bit more defense than the others just to fuck with you. I take out the first health bar with a warp Ragnarok plus a poison gambit from Alchrist to inflict the poison status effect, which grants me the exact 1 more damage I need to one-shot the second health bar with Etienne. But then this leaves the question of Tiki. Fortunately, she can only attack from 1 range, so I block her off with a Micaiah boosted AoE obstruct. I then converge onto her and attack in a way that maximizes damage to my team to maximize healing XP for great sacrifice. But in doing so, I leave myself vulnerable to attack, and since Etienne has already served her purpose on this map, I offer her up as bait. But unfortunately, Etienne kills Tiki on the counter attack and survives. This is the 2nd time in a row I've failed to kill off a character. There will not be a 3rd.